welcome to DarkMatch. I am your High Priestess Zardoz, make it find it free.
I'm the Lone Warrior, and it's my birthday, and I'll cry if I want to.
I'm Ironbite. What's the point of Bound for Glory?
And I am your foxy friend Backlash, and Ironbite, you should know by now, there never is a point.
You expect a point.
God, you're starting with the rage early. But anyways, let's slow it down here with what is Iron Sheik tweeting now. Fuck the James Bond. He don't have the sex better than the Sheiky, baby.
Thank you,
I kind of want to know what spurred this on.
You know what? I don't really care because it's Iron Sheik. But you know what? We gotta talk about Impact. And what the fuck is Bound for Glory's point?
Ironbite, we've been 2 weeks removed. Stop asking.
There is no point. We should just accept it. The point was, fuck the 10%.
You know,
Exactly.
It amazes me. It truly, truly amazes me that you can have one person who so wants to troll this 10% of the internet fans, the internet wrestling community that actually cares that your company fucking succeeds, and we get this. I just don't.
Well, we don't have to like it. They've got that direct auto insurance money coming to them, so we don't really matter anymore.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, did you see the amazing? I can't even fucking use sarcasm. Those commercials suck.
And they're
Hulk's not even on them anymore.
Oh,
No,
is that who they replaced? They brought Jared in with?
Yeah, they brought in Jared and Morgan to do that.
And Rude. This
And
is
Rude.
the other. There's actually a couple of. I'm betting they shot a couple of those. Well, this is what direct auto insurance gets me, guys. This is the second set. So, and I think there might be enough for a third set there.
Well, to be fair,
get ready.
The only one that seems to have made it to the second one is Kurt, and I think it's just because he's too damn crazy to go, yeah, we're not going to have you in the commercial. So
What? No, actually, the reason they don't have Kurt they have Kurt in both sets is because he leads into the big battle royale at the end. But you know what? Enough talking about direct auto insurance and how it
Still want to
sucks.
see that battle royal.
Yeah, we get to talk about Impact and how it sucks.
Oh,
This week could have been worse.
I don't. See
In what way?
Well, Karen Jarrett didn't talk the entire night, so there's that.
You know what? Yeah, small blessings. Small blessings, really. So, you know what? Let's start out with promos, because you know what? Wrestling matters. And
it's Impact,
for
come on.
whatever reason, it's James Storm. And he's got new music. And he's got his own Titantron. Gee, I wonder what they're hinting.
Happy Sunshine Rainbows?
Yes. Exactly. Exactly what they're hinting.
This promo, I don't remember anything of this promo because it probably went nowhere, and I'm guessing by the end of the night it's all invalidated, but skipping ahead.
Yeah. There was
We actually get, I mean, it's a promo between Storm and Rude, which we've seen before Bound for Glory, okay? We saw this goddamn promo before.
Yeah,
It mattered. It didn't matter. We've seen this before. So it just, I didn't care enough.
The only thing I paid attention to was the fact that my closed captioning couldn't spell Macon properly. That's how little this promo mattered.
Wow,
okay.
that's bad.
Well,
but, I can summarize the promo like this: I respect you. Well, I respect you. Well, I respect you. No, I respect you.
For
And
10 minutes.
For
yeah. That's about
basically
it.
went back and forth. They were basically going, I like you, no, I like you, no, I like you, no, it's kind of silly and pointless. We all know how this is going to end. There was way too much ass kissing for this to ever end well.
That's true. Well, just as we said, summarize the promo. It's I respect you. No, I respect you. Kiss already. Mike Tenay and Taz run down the card, and somewhere a former partner of Mike Tenay is screaming at his television, "Why are you still in this damn company?"
And he's also asking himself, why am I still in this damn company?
Yeah,
Well, there is one other thing I'd actually really quick. Rude and Storm came out to their to brand new music, and when the promo was over, they left the Beer Money's theme, and I kind of get why they were doing that. Showing that they're separate people outside of the tag team, but still, why didn't they just go with the Beer Money theme from the get-go?
I'm just gonna do this right now. Symbolism.
Thank you. So we get a shot of Eric Young arriving with Ronnie from the Jersey Shore, and nobody cares because
This hasn't worked the last 2 times you did it. This brings precisely 0 ratings.
Well, you know what? When we get to the segment, I'm going to talk about exactly that. So we have our TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championships between Gail Kim and Madison Ryan with Karen Jarrett and Tracy Brooks' big boobs versus TNT, Tara and Tessmacher.
That's the name they're going.
Kind of missed the motorcycle for that intro.
I'll admit the tag team name is a little clever.
Just so I know, is this the first time they've come out to that name?
Yep.
I think so.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, wow, this is just, oh, wow. What happens in a second? For a straight woman, Tara sure kisses a whole lot of women.
Well, let's see, there was Madison, although that was kind of painful. It looked like she wasn't enjoying it. And then there was Tara, and it's just kind of a peck on the cheek, or a peck on the lips more than anything. I feel like they, oh, hee, we're so clever, we love each other, ha ha ha. I don't know why the hell my hands keep going back and forth.
I don't know either. Okay, I'm going to say this match was pretty good, except for when Tessmacher was in the ring.
Actually, I thought Tessmacher and Rain did all right at the beginning, and then once Gail came in, I thought it actually kind of slowed down a little bit. Though I could have been biased because I didn't really give a shit. I tried, I really did, but I just didn't care about this match.
Yeah.
That's understandable. Nobody else did either.
Let's just get right through this. The match was okay until the end, because what happens is Tara hits the Widow's Peak, but Earl Hebner is distracted by Karen Jarrett on the outside. And
this allows Gail to spear Tara out of her boots, rolls Madison onto Tara, and shenanigans, we have new champions.
I
this should be a running theme.
Yeah, this is a running theme. So we cut to the back where Garrett Bischoff is going to come out and give an apology to his dad. Awesome.
So if he's going to apologize anyways, why didn't he do it last week and avoid getting his ass kicked?
Well, you know what? Maybe he's just
because
a masochist.
TNA.
Masochist. I'm sorry. I have a speech impediment. So we go to commercial because, wrestling matters. And we come back, and he's in the ring, and it's time to give his apology. And you know what? He calls Eric out, and he's going to give him his apology. And you know what? I have to run down the apology. He basically says, he's sorry that he hasn't grown into the man that Eric wanted. He's sorry that he let him down at Bound for Glory. But you know what? I'm most sorry about what he's most sorry about is that he didn't do this years ago. And he punches Eric Bischoff clean in his fucking mouth.
Hooray!
Wait.
Garrett Bischoff, I salute you. And this
He also
brings
missed the
out,
first punch on the ground.
And then the other punches looked like he wasn't exactly playing them.
But it kind of
And
gets ruined when Ric Flair runs to the ring. Oh, God, run away! The 68-year-old man with the broken hips is coming!
Oh, no,
he's got Gunner with him, so...
Oh, no!
Oh, yeah, that
Gunner!
guy nobody cares about.
Yeah, but Ric Flair was in the Spirit Squad. You don't mess with him.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you don't fuck with the next Spirit Squad member. He might cut it.
You're not in the clique. I'm in the clique. You're not in the clique.
Who's in the clique? I'm in the clique.
I don't know. I always thought he did really good in the Legion or in the Nation of Domination.
I don't care. So after Garrett Bischoff, runs because he's smart and isn't going to stand off against Gunner and that's about it because it's Ric Flair. We go to the back where Samoa Joe is talking to Sting. Does anybody care?
Nope.
Okay.
Not really.
Because apparently he threatened Sting.
Which is smart, threatening the guy who has full control of the show. Who the fuck does he think he is?
Company.
He's Samoa Joe. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
He could when he wasn't
Nobody will
kidnapped by
care.
ninjas, but...
Look, I haven't been used properly in this company for 3 years. What do I care?
Yeah. So after Joe walks
leaves.
on camera, yeah, we get Bischoff and Flair, and now we know why they're still around. They have ironclad contracts.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's official. TNA has become WCW circa 1998.
Yeah, but
I applaud your awfulness.
however, he's got
should have applauded with head
proposition.
desks.
He's got a proposition for Sting. If Sting gives him a match with his son, he'll give him a chance to restructure his contract. And Sting, rather than jumping at this opportunity, does the smart thing and go, okay, let me go talk to your son first. What? Something actually reasonable coming from the Joker?
Well, you don't want to do the
It's
Joker.
Sting is not very good at this, or Sting is clearly doesn't understand the role of the wrestling general manager. You're not supposed to be smart. The fuck?
I know.
You're supposed to go,
Damn it,
that's
Steve
great.
Borgnitis. Why are you being intelligent?
Exactly. And we're still in the back, by the way, because here's Christopher Daniels, apparently living in the same reality as the Republicans, because apparently he's introducing AJ Styles at Bound for Glory.
Oh, that was clever.
I will give Daniels credit. This delusional, I'm the best. I've always beat AJ. I've never lost to AJ. I beat him before Bound for Glory. I beat him at Bound for Glory. I beat RVD last week. I'm the best. I deserve title shots.
You know what? I think it's only good in the sense that it's better than what they've been giving Daniels, which is pretty much nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. But as Jason, as Daniels is basically running his full mouth, RVD appears behind him, and at first nobody says anything. He's just standing there listening to Daniels call him Bob Van Dam because, replacing one letter is so damn clever, and fuck you, TNA scriptwriters. And Harvey goes, Rob, what's your thoughts? And Daniels goes, Rob? And turns around, and we get RVD kicking Daniels' ass all over the backstage area until eventually they separate and Daniels slowly jogs away.
Like I said, dear TNA, never do backstage fights ever again.
Well, I'll also say this. It's entirely possible Daniels really doesn't remember RVD's name. He's just calling him Bob because he thinks that's close enough.
You know what I think? I really think that the trolling of this 10% is really trying to get us to focus on that. So you know what? I'm not even going to acknowledge the Bob Van Dam anymore.
Okay,
I refuse to believe that Bob Van Dam and Rob Van Dam are the same person.
Okay,
They're separate
there we
entities.
go.
Well, it's kind of like Robert Roode and Bobby Roode. It's the same person. It's just, but
Yeah.
not important. Let's move on.
Yes, because we have an actual X Division match. Non-title with Jesse Sorensen versus
Austin Aries.
A-double Austin Aries. And this match is immediately ruined because Kid Cash is on commentary.
Oh, God.
I thought we settled this feud between Sorensen and Cash.
Hello,
no.
TNA.
Apparently not, and, yeah.
Remember when we thought that the whole Pope versus Samoa Joe angle was settled? Yeah.
I'm trying to watch. This is the problem TNA has. Their announce desk is so far away from the action that you can't. If somebody was to come out and get on commentary, you'd never know until they cut over there. Therefore, cutting off what's going on in the ring, and the cut is usually done when something amazing happens.
Yeah, it's kind of like WWE when they had the Raw announce table up near the Titantron. It was like, well, what's the bloody point of having it there?
It was because JR can't walk the full length from the ring entrance to the from the ramp to the outside. I don't know, but it's just like so jarring, and because they're like, well, who's this? And I'm like, who's who? Because they don't cut over, and then he gets on the mic. It's like, who's this? Oh, it's Kid Cash. Gotcha. I don't care. And he's bitching about respect and how Jesse Sorensen doesn't give him respect.
Yeah, the whole time I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, Kid Cash?
What have you done to deserve respect?
He was an X Division champion?
Clearly not good commentary.
Yeah, I guess that. I mean, again, I just didn't care enough.
And you know what? I don't even remember anything of the match. All I remember is Kid Cash trying to put himself over with that sounds like he's been smoking for the past 20 years voice. I'm sorry, I'm too tired to be clever.
Eventually, Aries sets up Sorensen for the brainbuster and gets rolled up for his troubles, and Sorensen bails. After the match, Aries and Cash are just freaking the fuck out, and Cash says, "I'm gonna go get my knife and cut that little bitch."
Because it's not an episode of Impact unless there's talk of attempted murder.
Yeah.
Well,
If it seems like we're rushing through this, folks,
There was really nothing to it. It was...
yeah.
it was a dick.
There will be other things later in the night, but those things are stupid and they will hurt us.
Yeah, but
Right now it's just dumb.
I think the only other memorable thing about this match was Austin Aries' cape. Which,
Yes,
that was
little cape
fabulous.
thing.
yeah, plus 10 to gay, I said.
Yeah. Okay. So we go to the back where James Storm and Bobby Roode cut individual promos about what the belt means, and they said they did a what if scenario if they had to face each other for the belt one day. And okay, that's awesome. Why isn't this a turning point?
Again,
You don't make money off
TNA.
pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Look, all of the stupid booking decisions that even the WWE would look at and go, "The fuck are you doing?" It can just be explained as because TNA,
Yeah.
or in this case, because WCW, whatever.
That's pretty much it. So we have another promo with Robbie E with Big Robbie T, and Robbie calls out Eric Young and Ronnie.
This is where I started to get mad. Because they gave Ronnie his own Titantron. They gave him his own music. They gave him the old World Heavyweight Championship belt.
Yeah, right
Guys, I looked at the time. Do you want to know what time this segment aired?
8 o'clock. Well,
I'll give you an
That's
even
Mountain Time.
better hint. This segment aired when the Jersey Shore was on.
actually, wasn't it Beavis and Butthead that's on at that time now?
You know what?
Nope,
I don't,
Jersey Shore is on just before Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah. So
They still
basically
fucked it up.
They're airing a guest star of the Jersey Shore on when his show is on, therefore not getting any ratings for their $25,000 investment.
For the third fucking time, they did that.
Fucking TNA. Because I had figured that maybe they had the right idea, and Jersey Shore wasn't on when they did it, but because I don't watch Jersey Shore, I don't give a shit. But no, again, if they really fucked it up again, why did they think that was gonna work? Seriously.
Because timing, I don't know. Basically, like you said, they gave Ronnie the old world heavyweight title belt. So Eric Young has immediately reduced his armor class by about 4, because as we all know, title belts give you a +4 to your armor.
So
So
also,
they're both rocking right now about just based on because I don't know their deck stats. They're basically rocking a 14 AC, which both Robbie and Robbie managed to make pretty easily.
Yeah, it was. Robbie E called out Ronnie for hanging out with a caveman or with Grizzly Adams. I think he was talking to Eric Young in that magnificent Mike Knox beard he's growing.
Psycho Robin Williams, Robbie. Remember that.
Oh, okay. I don't even call it a Mike Knox beard because, well, basically it's it's amazingly just thick and luscious. It's even got its own Twitter account. Come on.
So does Mike Knox's beard.
You know what? I want to see. I do want to see this, and I'm not even seeing this. I'm not even saying this just because I'm watching SmackDown at the moment. You know what? I want to see a beard off between Showtime Eric Young's beard and Daniel Bryan's beard.
This is like the dumbest moment in DarkMatch ever.
No, triple threat beard off. Eric Young, Mike Knox, and Daniel Bryan. Loser has to shave. Special
guest referee, Angry Joe's mustache.
Exactly.
Or Edge's hobo beard from 2008.
All right. But this promo is basically, Robbie punking out Ronnie, and Ronnie's like, well, you know what? I'll fight you right now. And Robbie's like, I'll drop you like the Situation did. Because why? That's clever and referencing the Jersey Shore. I don't care.
Ronnie takes out Robbie. Rob Terry gets involved. Eric Young tries to help. It doesn't work. Robbie E whips Ronnie across the back, and Eric Young gets a mic and goes, he reminds Robbie E that Ronnie's from the Jersey Shore and that Eric Young is a high chancellor of all things entertainment. So he's going to go talk with his good friend, the Stinger, and make a challenge for next week. Robbie E and Rob Terry versus Eric Young and Ronnie. So, fucking yay! The Jersey Shore guy is going to be back next week and wrestling.
Keep in mind that he called Sting his close, personal, family friend.
And keep in mind, they're not booking this on the pay-per-view either.
My only hope is that Eric Young's beard is also making him incredibly delusional.
Well, no, that's from the unhealed...
More so than usual.
Hey, guys. We got ourselves a tag team match with what's left of Immortal versus the charismatic assholes, as they're being called online. Yeah, Bully Ray and Rey de Mexico, Jeff Jarrett, come out to the Immortal music because Hulk Hogan's still in the group. Wait.
You know what? You just gave me an idea. Since TNA loves ripping off WWE so much, I think Jeff Jarrett needs his own personal ring announcer.
Yeah, what? He does.
Don't make it Karen. No.
Unfortunately, it will be Karen.
Don't make it Karen. We don't need that.
Yeah, that's true. This is actually the match of the night for me because it actually did something, and it actually furthered a storyline, and it, did good things.
And how sad is it when our match of the night ends in a no contest? Spoilers!
Yeah,
no one cares.
Basically, nobody cares. Basically, they Mike today and Taz talk about Abyss for whatever reason, and Immortal is just looking so pathetic right now. I mean, it's pretty obvious that this group is going to peter out like every big major mega heel group in TNA always does.
But they're gonna drag it out.
It's a very, very slow death. As we said, the match ends in a no DQ. When Hardy and Anderson are going to go up for dual Swanton bombs, which would have been an awesome visual, but Scott Steiner has to ruin everything, except for the English language.
Steiner jumps up onto the apron and grabs the rope that Anderson's near and shakes it lightly, and Anderson falls nuts himself like death. And from there it turns into, heel beatdown number 654. Without the whipped cream.
You can do the Jeff versus Jeff bit.
Well, to be fair, I don't remember what Jeff did to Jeff or why Jeff did to Jeff what Jeff did. Crap. I think I went cross-eyed there. Ow.
Walk it off.
So, anyway, backstage, Sting finally catches up with Garrett, and he reiterates the whole, if Garrett agrees to face an opponent of Eric's choosing, Sting can rewrite Eric's contract so that maybe we can finally get rid of him. And he thinks about it, and Sting's all, oh, maybe I shouldn't have brought it up. But Garrett's like, no, I like this idea. Let's do it. And Sting's actually reluctant about it. Like, he doesn't want to get rid of Eric Bischoff. And my question is, why? Why do you want to keep him around, you fucking idiot?
He destroyed a company. Why?
He's evil. You know he's evil.
He hits his own children. With chairs.
He's a dumbass. Well, he's not a dumbass. He's probably quite brilliant. He's a dumbass.
I know I'm not saying much for this episode because I'm just sitting here with my hands over my face, just gently sobbing, looking at what my life has become, watching this shit every week.
Backlash, head, desk, go.
Okay, that one wasn't so bad.
There you go.
But anyway, Sting says he'll let it happen, and we go up to the ring to Matt Morgan. It comes to Matt Morgan coming out to the ring, and he doesn't. The crowd. The thing about this crowd is, at least for so far, they've been kind of more active than the usual Impact crowd. But I think next week they'll be as dead as everyone else. But Morgan comes out and he calls out Crimson. We all know where this is going.
Redberg.
That's an insult to Goldberg and the color red.
Mm.
So Crimson they put over Crimson's undefeated streak as he comes to the ring, and Morgan starts into the whole, we've had a common enemy, and I really, really respect you, but I'm going to be the one to break your winning streak. And Crimson's all, I really respect you too, but no, you're not, you bitch tit. Well, and Morgan goes on about how, they should give the fans what they want. Crimson versus the Blueprint, versus the Blueprint Matt Morgan, the irresistible force versus the immovable object. I don't know how the fuck that works.
Yeah, it's the,
It's kind of the opposite. The irresistible force versus Matt Morgan. Or
The
Doofus
unstoppable
versus
force
Gallant.
versus the immovable object. That's how the.
You know what? You know what it is? Let's stop this unstoppable force, unmovable object. It's boring brick shit house versus green brick shit house. That's what this feud is.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this show will never end. Okay, what's next?
The main event.
Oh no.
So hey, let's talk about something else. How about that sky? Sure was blue today, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Can't avoid it. James Storm versus Bobby Roode for the TNA Heavyweight Championship.
Well,
Fuck!
That's all covered.
You know what? We don't really even have to talk about this because there's a point in this match where they go to the hard camera or the boom camera, which gives a nice view of the match, and it shows the cameraman outside the ring sitting down. He's not even filming. Nobody gives a shit. The production team doesn't give a shit. The wrestlers don't give a shit. The writers don't give a shit. Why should I?
well, let's at least give the match some lip surface before we get pissed off at the ending. So, match basically goes the way you expect. It's the tag team partner versus tag team partner. At one point they're just slapping the leg out from under the other guy and going for a pin, and then whoever was being pinned does the same goddamn thing, and they do that for about 4 or 5 times before they finally get back into doing actual moves.
Yeah, it's pretty much a back and forth throughout the whole match until the finish.
Well, before we get to the finish really fast, there was one spot where Roode had Storm in the crossface, and Storm's about to grab the rope, so Roode does a modified move, and then he gets his foot on the rope, and he goes for a superplex, except it doesn't happen. The usual, they go for their finishers, but it doesn't work. Storm goes for the last call, Roode catches him. Roode goes for the fisherman suplex, Storm counters it, and Roode whips Storm into the corner where the ref is, because if I was a referee, that's where I'd want to stand, in the corner, because that always ends well. Storm catches himself, Roode goes in to try to crush Storm, and the referee and Storm get out of the way, but the ref falls outside of the ring, and wait, was that here? Hebner bounces out of the way, falls out of the ring, and tweaks his knee. And Roode goes out after him. And this is where the bullshit starts.
Really? You guys are going to make me do this?
Well,
Okay. So Roode sees a beer bottle that Storm left on the entrance steps, and he thinks, hey, beer bottles hurt when you hit people's heads with them.
You have to. Son of a bitch.
Hello? Hello?
we've got technical difficulties.
Are we doing something?
There we go.
Hey, you're back.
Yeah.
We're on the ending of the main event because
Yes.
we kind of glossed over.
Woo! All right.
Sounds
Go on,
funny.
dude.
Ironbite, you sound funny.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
right,
on my
no
phone.
guaps.
There shall be no guaps because I have no chat.
Oh, alright.
Oh, dear. Okay, anyways, take it from the top. So what happens is, Roode sees a beer bottle that Storm left on the entrance steps, and he thinks, hey, beer bottles hurt when you smash them over people's heads. I should smash James Storm over the head with a beer bottle.
And they keep showing the beer bottle.
And I just love the look on, they keep focusing on Roode's face, like he's having this moral quandary. Do I do it or do I not do it? We all know he's gonna fucking do it. So he grabs the beer bottle. Storm reaches out to grabs him, and Root turns around and bashes him over the head with the bottle. Gets in the ring, and of course, by this point, the referee Brian Hebner has finally recovered from tweaking his knee and sitting on the floor going, ah. Gets the pin. 1, 2, 3. New champion.
I thought less moral quandary and more the viewers are goldfish. Let's show them the beer bottle 1,000 times.
What
about that?
Is the point of Bound for Glory if you do this?
I'm actually not sure who's broken more right now. Iron Bite or Backlash?
No, I'm sorry. But, okay, all right. For 2-3 months, or however long Bound for Glory lasted, we had everybody going after, Robert Roode is the golden child, right? Right? Someone agree with me.
Yeah. Once he won, they were really hyping him up, and then he blows it, and then his tag team partner wins it. It basically lost any sort of meeting, his title win.
Right. It loses anything, any type of title win, is automatically, this title win, him winning it off of Kurt Angle at Bound for Glory would have been the logical conclusion to the Bound for Glory series tournament, especially with Kurt Angle on a hamstring injury. No, we got it.
No, because Hogan's not the guy.
You know what?
Who's not the guy, brother? Yeah.
I have an open message to TNA, specifically Eric Bischoff. You bitch about us saying we don't like your product. You know what? We're trying to help you, okay? We want to like TNA. I would love to come on this show and say, hey, did you guys see that Samoa Joe match? That was awesome. Or, hey, that TNA World title match, that was great. But you know what? We're not doing this to poke fun at you. We're not doing this to be assholes. We're doing this to try and say, you're fucking up your company. You are making a mockery of wrestling. We want to like you. We're not coming out there just to hate you. I want to like TNA. I swear to God.
The thing is, we started the Dark Match to basically review wrestling, specifically TNA and WWE. But it's gotten to the point where we can hardly say anything bad about the WWE when you're giving us, actual entertainment and great matches and pay-per-views that, we can't stop guessing about. But then TNA comes in and goes, hey, you know what? Pay-per-views don't matter. Titles mean nothing, but they have all the power. And whatever Hogan says goes. These are not us griping. These are legitimate grievances. Okay?
It's kind of like it's something that famed internet reviewer Yahtzee said. You don't stick your dick in a pudding. The pudding could be fine, and you can tell everyone it's okay, but nobody's gonna want to eat it, or in this case watch it, because you've put your dick in it.
Yeah.
There's got to be a point where someone at TNA says, we're kind of acting like children, just because they said they don't like us.
It's never gonna
These
happen.
are adults, right?
Yeah, they're adults.
Have you seen Dixie's Twitter?
Sure, people aren't acting like adults, but they're adults. They have kids. These nonsensical heel turns. The problem is Russo and Bischoff, more Russo than anybody else. When they created the NWA, it put WCW back on the map. Okay, we can all admit that, right? When they created the NWO, did I say NWA, by the way?
Yep.
Okay. When they created the NWO, it put WCW back in the mainstream. Well, it put them back in the media's attention. Suddenly,
for the record, Russo had nothing to do with NWO originally.
It was all Bischoff.
Was that Bischoff?
Yep.
Okay.
One good idea he probably had.
It really was.
He created something that put WCW back in the minds of the wrestling fans, even though they were kind of floundering due to the fact that WWE was kicking their asses, because they recognized that to get with the times, you have to create new stars. And since then, Eric Bischoff has been riding, and to a lesser extent, Vince Russo, they've both been riding on this whole concept of, if you bring in a massive heel supergroup, your company will get ratings. Well, guess what? You've been getting a consistent 1 in the rating. Those aren't ratings. You have no competition on Thursday night. Maybe college football. But even then, there is no competition. All right? Okay, I mean, maybe NBC's comedy block on Thursdays. Maybe what CBS has on the air. What am I saying? That is the top.
Starts at 10, so.
But for a good chunk of the year, you have no real competition from anything sports related, and especially with the NBA on lockout, they should actually be doing better in the ratings. But because they give all this shit away on free TV, nobody wants to watch them.
Well, I think another comparison, and this is one I've seen being bounced around lately, it's kind of like, basically it's emotional attachment is important. Like, going back to Rude, if they do something where, like, you're dating, like, if you're dating somebody and they cheat on you after a month, your reaction is going to be, well, that was stupid of her, so whatever. But if it's a longer-term relationship and they cheat on you, you feel, it hurts more. And Rude is kind of what happened here with Rude, where, they had done this long build-up to Bound for Glory. And Rude loses, and you feel really betrayed because you had gotten so far behind him. You put all of your trust and faith into him. And then you look at it now where it's like Rude gets the title after, a week or two and turns heel, and it's like, whatever, man. Because you're not attached. He lost. He fucked up.
What's the point? He didn't just fuck up. He got screwed blatantly without any type of effort for a retread. And had Kurt Angle not gotten hurt, they could have used that to the whole, well, Robert Roode is now chasing Kurt Angle because he knows he can beat him. He knows he has him. All right? Kurt can't beat him. But instead, Kurt gets injured, so they go with Plan Z, because I don't even think James Storm was ever going to get the title unless he turned heel. And instead, well, now Robert Roode is all butthurt because, James Storm got the title. He got the job done. But at the same time, there's no indication that there was any type of jealousy. Because as we said at the top of the show, they came out and had the I respect you, no, I respect you, no, I respect you promo.
Yeah, and, they're supposed to be friends, and, they did this whole, Storm was supposed to be legitimate, saying, if you win the title, I'm going to respect you, man, or, we're still going to be friends. And once Storm got the title, Rude was all, you've got the title now, and we're still going to be, we're still friends, I want my second chance at getting it, but, we're still going to be friends at the end of the day. And the thing is, they could have still done that with this match. If they had just gone with the, Rude uses the bottle, gets the pin, and he shows that, he legitimately feels bad for doing what he did, but it was he did what he had to do to win the title. That would have been fine. But they don't. Instead, after the match is over and Rude is the champion, he spits on James Storm and puts his foot on his chest, as if to say, I am the better man. Ha, ha, ha. So,
Well,
You know,
I'm about to say what I'm going to say after you're done.
This really should not surprise me anymore. It's a history of fucking up things that people want to see. They did it to Samoa Joe. They did it to Jeff Hardy. Well, technically, they and Cocaine did it to Jeff Hardy, but I just don't know. Like, they have this guy that the audience is behind, and they just fuck the whole thing up. Are they trying to lose money? I don't understand the rationality behind it.
All right. So I kind of wish I was on next week's show, but since I'm not, I'm going to say this now. This can actually be seen as a throwback to the original Beer Money team-up, if anybody can remember 4 years ago. And obviously nobody can. Robert, as we all know, Robert Roode was part of Team Canada, and Team Canada basically broke up with the firing of Scott D'Amore. Everybody went off to do their own thing. And what Robert Roode's thing was, he was basically a rip-off of the $1 Million Band. Do we all remember that?
Yeah.
I thought it was more of a rip-off of Bradshaw.
Yeah, it was more of a rip-off than Bradshaw. I'm sorry. It was
more of a rip-off of Triple H.
No, Beer Money as a whole were pretty much the APA. So.
Well, James Storm had just broken up with Chris Harris because he's back
to hilarious results.
Yes, and was kind of floundering around in the singles area, and he got into a little mini feud with Robert Roode, who then proceeds to buy James Storm. He goes and buys James Storm. And Beer Money Incorporated was basically this reluctant tag team between Robert Roode and James Storm. Robert Roode basically making James Storm do whatever the fuck Robert Roode wanted. Doing all the dirty work, then forcing, tag Roode in so Roode could take shots from better wrestlers. Basically it was, Robert Roode. And then it evolved into the Beer Money that we all know, love, and thought were probably one of the better tag teams in TNA today. So this whole Robert Roode turning on James Storm thing can be seen as an extension of that. Will it ever be mentioned like that?
No. Hello, TNA.
No.
They still haven't brought up the ninjas anymore. You think they're going to bring this up?
No, I don't think they're ever going to bring this up because, continuity.
It's kind of an unwritten rule of wrestling. If it happened
for 10%ers.
more than 3 months ago, forget about it, and storylines can be reused every 7 years, which is a stupid idea, but in a way, you do kind of see it. But the other thing that is this whole Roode Storm thing, I'm guessing, from what I understand, Storm got hurt during this match. Like, he got a concussion, which is going to lead into what happens next week, but I'm not going to spoil that. And that's why, that explains what happens next week. But if they hadn't done that, I think it would have made more sense to have gone, and I know I'm applying common sense to TNA's booking. Sorry. But if they just gone with the, Roode cracks Storm over the head to do what he has to do to win the title, and, he's obviously, he's saying, he tells Storm, you would have done the same thing in my position. They hype up a match for Turning Point, and then they turned him heel. That would have made way more sense.
But we have to rush through the whole turn process. I hate to think that this is going to be one of our shorter shows, by the way, guys, but
To be
It
fair,
is what it is.
You know, we've
Bad
been ranting
impact.
about we've been ranting post-main event for 20 minutes.
Well, that's true.
I think we ranted about the main event longer than we did about the rest of the show.
The rest of the show was meh.
My
It was
question
bad.
is, my question is, why is the booking still terrible? Russo is no longer in the position of power that he was. Yeah, he's still in the right.
That's bullshit. That is bullshit. They will tell you. They'll tell you that, but there's no way Dixie is not taking the book away from him.
No, you know what it is?
Book away from Russo in that company unless you fire everybody and start fresh. Russo does not belong near anything that can be used to write anything down.
He needs
Because
a filter, is what he needs.
It turns into a major swerve.
See, I think what it is that they're putting up Bruce Pritchard or whoever as new head writer to try to and then as being a scapegoat so that the fans will be all, I miss Russo, and then they can bring him back as head writer, say that clearly Pritchard failed at doing his job, and all the while they're just going to do whatever the fuck they want because nobody's going to blame Vinny Rue if he's only just, part of the committee instead of the guy shitting on top of the pile.
Well, that's how it works in their mind, but they forget the fact that we're not that stupid.
Yes, but a lot of fans, on the other hand, they're basically thinking is, well, the 10% nobody cares about them. The 90% who aren't who aren't part of that 10%, well, at most they're gonna hear that we changed writers and they'll think the new guy's a dumbass. When in reality, no, it's the same dumbass.
Just he's in a smokescreen. Again, you fire you get rid of Dixie as the purse strings or whatever she is in that damn company. I don't even know what she is anymore. Suddenly the house of cards comes tumbling down because whoever they bring in is going to take a look at the ratings, is going to take a look at how much they pay certain people and go, okay, Hogan's gone, Kurt Angle's gone, Jeff Hardy's gone, Scott Steiner's gone, Sting, you're gone, let's see, Russo, you're gone, Bischoff, you're gone, Bruce Pritchard, you're gone, Terry Tyler's guy's still running around, he's gone.
Dude, Terry Taylor's gone. He's already
Terry Taylor left a while ago.
So that's where they draw the line? Holy shit.
The line, if anybody, I mean, I know we have a thread on the forums that states, is asking, what would you do if you had control of TNA?
Of course, my answer was hire the dark matchers in place of all the idiots we fire.
I mean, I would, I'm going to answer it right now. I'd get rid of most of the writing staff. I'd also be getting rid of Jason Harvey because fuck that, I can't shoot a scene worth his life. Okay.
I will give Bischoff and Harvey credit for one thing. At the very least, Impact is looking better than it did before they came in, but that's about it. Well,
my issue with Harvey is, and actually, I think I may have said this before, but if I haven't, oh well. He believes that the camera is the eyes of the audience into the backstage area. And this just came to me, by the way. So that's why it's so damn terrible and just looks like it's unprofessionally shot with, door frames and windows and action happening just off screen. Because normal people are not, this is supposed to be a normal person. You forget the camera is not eyes into the backstage world. It's the window. And you can see more through a window than you can see with eyes. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Anyway, we should wrap this up.
We should. I have other things to do.
Yeah, let's have a nice Let's try to lift our spirits with a nice old game of what get more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Is it Jay Lethal, or are we sticking with the Pope?
Who cares?
Pope doesn't even
He
get
gets more
screen
screen
time
time
anymore. He doesn't even get the commercial screen time anymore. Poor guy.
Yeah, alright, I'll go first. You know what gets more screen time than Jay Lethal? Christy Hemi's boobs.
Yay.
A napping cameraman gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
I'm thinking.
So am I. Karen Angle not on the microphone for once finally gets more screen time than Jay Lethal.
Weird homoeroticism gets more screen time than Jay Lethal. Robbie whipping Ronnie with his belt. I was like, so that's where War Machine was the whole time. He was booking TNA.
Oh!
That's me.
Alright. Oh, wow. Are we really having a mini feud between Dark Matchers? Alright, awesome.
We've had plenty of those.
Have you ever listened to a show where...
Where have you been? Where have you been? Your tag team partner's feuding with furries right now.
Anyone?
So, in closing, I'm Iron Bite, and what's the point for Bound for Glory?
I'm
Lone
Mega Fighter.
Warrior. Go.
I'm Mega Fighter Free. I'm gonna go find some A's to lose your point with.
I'm Lone Warrior, and I'm gonna go have some ice cream.
And I am Backlash, and Eric Young, I'm coming for your beard. Good night.